Hi there, everyone. And mostly I want to do Star Wars content, and I'm not going to do a versus because I feel like doing just a simple talk about Star Wars. So I'm going to talk about something that's old from Star Wars Legends, and it's going to be the storyline of Jango Fett Open Seasons comic book series, which came out, I think, before or after Attack of the Clones came out, and my cousin gave this to me. He gave it to me after he grew out of his old Star Wars comic books, and I read it, and I loved this story. So basically, it's about basically, I'm just gonna go over what goes on in it. So basically, it's like a bunch of tales from not Boba, Jango Fett's before he know him as a bounty hunter. We're gonna learn how he became one. So anyway, it's like first it shows him like as a kid, and he looks exactly like Boba, younger Boba Fett, and he witnesses his father gets murdered after a brutal attack from this Mandalorian clan, and yeah, he gets pretty sure he gets rescued by another group of Mandalorian, but these guys are good. But then he gets taught how to be one, and eventually he joins, and they fight various wars. They fight like various wars. They fight Jedi. They fight these monkey-looking species. And it's like a colorful style to the art style of it, and the best part of this storyline is seeing Jango Fett brutally fight Jedi with just his bare hands. And you fought Jango Fett after getting decapitated by Mace Windu. That's it for a story. Now, there's backstory to him with these Boba Fett books, and then we got this comic book series which I'm talking about. And so basically, it's like that. It's like that simple of a story. It's good storytelling because you're talking about someone's origins before we know them to come to be. I mean, he was able to defeat a bunch of Jedi, but he couldn't fight Mace Windu. But Mace Windu was a powerful Jedi. Those Jedi were, I don't know. I'm not saying they're not powerful. They certainly were. But it was cool seeing him talk to Darth Tyrannus or Count Dooku, their plans, and seeing them about to fight was cool. And so, yeah, this storyline's pretty good. Would I recommend it? Of course. I don't know where to find it. This comic book's like 2 decades old. You'd probably find it on eBay or some comic book shop. Lucky to have it, because most legend stories are hard to find. And so, yeah, I got really nothing else to say about the Jango Fett storyline, other than I talked about what goes on in it. Oh, and by the way, Jango Fett fights the guy that killed his dad, which I mentioned earlier in the story, and Jango Fett easily, brutally killed him. And then he later meets someone that looks like Boba Fett, or it is Boba Fett. It wasn't. And so then he tells the kid he's going on his journey at the end of the story. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Jango Fett Open Seasons. Tell me if you ever read it. I know this comic book's old, but give it a read if you ever find something like this. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.